All right, we are live. My name's Emily. I'm the president of Let Them Live, which is an anti-abortion organization. Most recently, we are known for a lot of our content being posted directly against Planned Parenthood and against the abortion industry and against the lies of abortion.
Yeah, so my name's Nathan Burning, and I'm the executive director of Let Them Live. And we're basically here today to tell you about some of the censorship that we've been experiencing from Instagram. And Emily, if you want to start on that.
Yeah, so it's really no surprise to anybody probably watching that social media in general has censored pro-life content and pro-life voices for a very long time. And that's because we're speaking the truth. So censorship has happened to so many organizations and so many people on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and most recently, it's happening to Let Them Live. And we're seeing the ramifications of this censorship. We feel the ramifications of this. So we're seeing on Instagram, we're seeing our base grow, and that's really important because our pushing out content we're trying to reach new people all the time.
Yeah, that's one of the most important things about Instagram is that you're able to reach so many new people through hashtags and through the Explore feature. And that's kind of one of the main ways that we've been building our audience. We have about 14,500 followers on Instagram right now. That's grown quite a bit because in January we only had about 700 followers on Instagram. So at one point, we were on hashtag Planned Parenthood, hashtag pro-life. We would have 7 or 8 of the top trending posts on those hashtags. We've had posts that have had, 7,000 engagements on Instagram. And continue.
Yeah, so like Nathan said, we've been completely blocked from hashtags. We've been blocked from discovery, and new people that we're trying to reach, fresh eyes on Instagram, are not able to see our posts. And our posts are exposing the lies of Planned Parenthood, exposing the truth about abortion. So we need fresh eyes to keep spreading. So now the only way that we are getting new people to see our content is if our followers share our posts through reposts, and then through that way. So if they share our posts. And I do need to make a note, if you do go on to hashtag Let Them Live, hashtag pro-life, hashtag feminism, you may see some of our content, but that is not our post. Those are reposts. All of our content directly from Let Them Live has been banned and blocked from hashtags. So you will not see our specific posts on those hashtags.
So we didn't understand what this was at first. We noticed it happening, but through research we realized that it was shadow banning. Our social media director did more and more research, and we noticed that none of our posts were appearing on hashtags. And I'm going to dig into that a little bit more after she's done.
The reason we found this is because we've been very diligent. Our social media director and Nathan and I have been very diligent at looking at our numbers, looking at our engagement, which is not a thing that a lot of people do. And we need to look at our engagement and look at those numbers. The problem is that Instagram, what we saw in our numbers, and Nathan will get more into the analytics a little bit, we saw a very gradual decline in our engagements and our new followers and whatnot. It was so gradual. They didn't immediately take us off hashtags, or else we would have known right away. So their motive was to gradually take us off in hopes that we didn't notice, in hopes that we wouldn't make a complaint, in hopes that we wouldn't send a press release to all of the media. But they didn't. They didn't trick us. We caught it, and we have records of it.
Yeah, we've been screenshotting our posts for at least a month now. One other thing that we've done is we've created a spreadsheet. And any press that's watching, you can email us and we'll send you the spreadsheet. Basically, it goes through and it shows the insights for all of our posts starting on March 17th. So on March 17th, we had a post that reached 81,765 accounts. Of those accounts, 89% of them were not following us. So that's a pretty big deal, right? That post specifically got 7,350 reactions. And we had almost 31,000 hashtag impressions. So That post did fantastic. The next day was the very first time, March 18th, that we noticed any type of censorship happening. We noticed that we had 0 hashtag impressions. We noticed that our percentage of not following dropped from the 89% down to 38%, and our accounts reach dropped from 81,765 to 7,624. So we were basically cut over 90% on accounts reached and on post likes, and our hashtag impressions were 0. Our exposure on the Explore tab had dropped significantly as well. So we went from 83,499 impressions on hashtags and other to 2,100 impressions on hashtags and other. That's a big deal. It was like over 97% drop. Now, if you look as we get further along, we didn't appeal or anything at that point, but they started to put us back on some of the hashtags starting on March 19th. We work our way down to March 31st, and again, we have 0 exposures on hashtags. We're only 50% of the people we're reaching are not following us, and our overall accounts reach is about 5 times less than what we used to expect. You keep breaking it down and going further, and it starts to happen more often, where we're basically not showing up on hashtags. Our accounts reached are, start to lower from, again, we were starting at like 89, 80%, down to 70, 60, 50, 40. Again, once we get into April, our accounts reached is somewhere around 33% on average. We have some that have about 18% not following reach, right? And our accounts reached has dropped from, again, 81,000 down to under 10,000 on all of our posts. We haven't appealed yet at this point. They start to put us back onto hashtags, and the first time we even noticed this happening was actually April 18th, when we saw that we hadn't been that we were not on hashtags. Somebody actually was like, hey, why are you not showing up on hashtags? You guys used to be, top trending posts. So we started looking into it, and we noticed that for the very first time, our percentage reached outside of our existing audience dropped to below 5%. So we were reaching anywhere, like our audience consisted of all of our followers, and then 1 to 5% of our audience were people that we had never reached. This should have been a red flag for us. We didn't really know what was happening to us at the time, but basically what was happening is that was an example of them completely shadow banning our account. So it wasn't showing up in Explore. It's not showing up on hashtags. None of our posts on those days, those posts that were created, were showing up on hashtags. However, all of the posts from before 4/18, all the posts from before April 18th were still showing up on hashtags. Now, once we started reporting this, they put us back on hashtags. And this lasted for a while. I think the most important date, and the date where we were actually fully shadow banned and all of our posts stopped appearing on hashtags and stopped appearing in Explore, was actually 3 days ago. So the day after, get this, the day after the Philly rally, where we went out with live action and with so many other great organizations, and we protested against bullying of pro-lifers, we were removed completely from Explore and from hashtags. Completely. Every single post. None of our posts show up. The only posts that you can see are reposts from other people sharing our content.
Yeah. And I was kind of new at Instagram, so I didn't realize how important hashtags were until I started scrolling through my feed, and I would see a hashtag that I follow, and I would get new content, and I would get new people, and I realized the severity of this. This is not we think they're censoring us, and we're going to just see how it pans out. We are legitimately being blocked from reaching new people on Instagram, and this is a huge problem. Nathan was up all night last night on social media gathering statistics. I mean, they had to dig. They had to put this intricate spreadsheet together. This is something that if you think you're being censored, you should go into your analytics and do this. Instagram doesn't want you to do it. It's a little intense. It takes time, but they need to be called out. I'm sick and tired of having to trudge through mud just to try and get new engagements and spread our message that abortion hurts women and that Planned Parenthood lies. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, it should be a public forum. We should have discussions where both sides are present. and where people aren't being censored.
Yes. And I have a question for Instagram. I mean, Instagram, why are you doing this? Why? What is your reason? We can't contact Instagram. They're completely unreachable. They removed us without notice, without explanation, and it's completely unacceptable. So we are demanding that Instagram reinstate us on hashtags and the explore feature, so that we can continue reaching people and spreading the truth. Do you have anything? I mean, I'm just really upset.
I guess in summary, again, from March 17th to present, our following count has grown a lot. It's gone up 55%, but our engagement has dropped significantly. Now, our posts still get engagement. Our most recent post got 1,512 reactions so far, which is a lot for Instagram. Our post yesterday got 2,350, but we could be. There's no reason that we shouldn't be trending towards 10,000 on each of our posts. Because of this censorship, we're not reaching new people. We're only engaging with our existing audience. Shadow banning is not cool.
It's not cool, and we're just so sick and tired of this on a platform that is supposed to be a platform for free speech and sharing your thoughts. This is totally unacceptable. We are not going to let social media bullies just push us around and push us out of the public square. We are not people that are just pushovers. We are addressing this issue not only on this live video and bringing it to the media, but we are going to be taking action. This is completely uncalled for, and you bet that you will see us taking action against this. So we are actually going directly to Instagram headquarters in Menlo Park, California. June 12th, we'll be having a rally from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There'll be more details on that as we get closer to the date, but we will be flying out there and doing a rally there. This rally will be against censorship, of pro-lifers. And I know that when we bring it to them, they will have no choice but to listen to us and to hear what we're saying and to reinstate us on hashtags and explore.
Thank you for tuning in for our press conference. There's going to be more of this to come. There's a few articles that are going to be released tomorrow. Obviously, there's some huge news out of Alabama. Congratulations.
Yeah, go Alabama.
Awesome. So that's kind of taking the news right now. But tomorrow, you're going to see us on the internet. You're going to see us on other platforms. So just keep an eye out, and thank you for your support.
Thank you.